So a little bit ago, I asked you guys to send me in some questions or to give me some movies you wanted me to explain in, like a couple of seconds, and, well, this is that video. So let me explain. In future, will you explain any TV show seasons? Yes. Which are your 3 favorite movies? Space Jam, A Walk to Remember, Whiplash. What do you think of physical media nowadays? I think everything is easily streamed, but you know what? If you're collecting something because you want those bonus features, because you want to have a physical copy of it, then it's a collectible. The Shawshank Redemption is pretty much everybody dies, but not everybody lives. Marvel and DC is pretty much the story of Cain and Abel. My favorite scene in the French horror film Raw is probably the party scene where it's like all in one take. Why is the world complete shite? Well, because things aren't right. Can you show your face? There you go. How would you rank this year's Best Picture nominees? I would say Phantom Thread. You live in Berwyn or Cicero, don't you? LOL, because I think I saw you. Man, cartoons move in silence like lasagna. What's the most absurd movie that you can't stop rewatching? Probably Swiss Army Man. Which is the better female action movie? Atomic Blonde. Easily just for that one fight scene. Every movie starting from 1969 or 1968, there's only one movie 1968 that defines it. That's Midnight Cowboy. Explain 10 Cloverfield Lane. It is the best of the Cloverfield Lane movies. Explain 99 Homes. It's pretty much the Florida Project, but with Andrew Garfield. And the Florida Project is pretty much 99 Homes, but with kids. Explain A Clockwork Orange. Pretty much, if you drink milk, you're a psychopath. Let me explain, have you seen The Adventures of Tintin? Yes, and I would actually have to say that, Ready Player One is a wannabe Adventures of Tintin. The Alien franchise in 10 seconds. I'll make it even shorter. Humans don't touch things that'll cause you to turn into something else. Can you do a review on your Uncle Iñárritu's movie called AMorres Perros? Easily. Simply put, it is the better version of Crash. Back to the Future. Don't mess with your mama. Batman v Superman? Martha. Blackhawk Down. Don't get to the chopper. Explain blue is the warmest color. Xart, but for cinephiles. Can I get a 30-minute long theme and message analysis for a Boss Baby? Of course, we've been working on that. It'll probably be out in the year 2022. You need to do Brokeback Mountain. Well, that one's simple. It's Call Me By Your Cowboy. The Dark Knight. It's the superhero movie we needed, but we never deserved. Dave Made a Maze Explained is pretty much just those highlight books that you used to have with all of the puzzles come to life. Dawn of the Dead. Pretty much every Black Friday at a mall. Deadpool Grease. That's disgusting. The Departed. An Average Day in Boston. Donnie Darko. Pretty much season 2 of Breaking Bad, but a lot more trippier. Dope. 1990s nostalgia. Drive. The Emoji Movie. The most emotional movie out there. Enemy is actually one of my favorite films as well, and simply put, Enemy is that movie that reminds you to never ever ever cheat. Enter the Void. Pretty much Epilepsy the movie. Eraserhead. Proof that it doesn't matter how crazy your idea is, you should go out there and shoot the movie that you want to shoot. Let me explain Fate of the Furious. Family. Final Destinations 1 through 5 explained. You can never escape death. Game Over Man. Trash. Gattaca. Identity Theft the movie in the future. Glee and LOL. The movies you would watch if you used the term LOL and were in Glee Club. Gone Girl. Ben Affleck's real-life adaptation of his divorce. Goodfellas is actually my favorite Scorsese movie, and definitely everyone should have watched it by now. Her. Pretty much Tinder the movie, but you're actually dating the app. I Know What You Did Last Summer. I do. I, Tonya. Pretty much it's that meme about taking an arrow to the knee, but a lot more worse. Imitation Game. Imitation Game. Inception. Kill Bill Volume 1 and 2 pretty much sums up that you should never mess with a bride on her wedding day. Kingsman. It's the British version of James Bond. La La Land is easily considered the best movie of 20... Oh, wait. Moonlight. Lady Bird Explained is pretty much just Sacramento. Me and Earl, the Dying Girl, just don't ever get attached to anyone. Moonrise Kingdom, don't ever fall in love in camp. My Friend Dahmer continues to show that we're fascinated with serial killers, but sometimes the graphic novel is better. The Neverending Story actually does end. Predestination Explained. Don't screw yourself over. Primer is not a 1-hour YouTube movie about time travel. It is actually a movie that was made a while ago by this one guy, and let me tell you, that's the one movie that can't be explained. It must be experienced. The Secret in Their Eyes, the original, of course, is proof that Argentina is making some of the best movies out there, and for those of you who don't like subtitles, go watch this movie. I ain't gonna spoil it for you, because that ending is one of the best endings of all time. Shutter Island Explained. It is Leonardo DiCaprio incepting his own self as he's a prisoner. Sicario, Day of the Soldado is not even a sequel. I'll explain soon, but the Sicario theory that I have is pretty much that your guy from Get Out who's in the movie, maybe he may be a little bit more than what you think he is. Silence of the Lambs is pretty much summed up by, you should always have lunch with a friend, not a friend for lunch. The Social Network is the prequel to the upcoming Social Network court movie coming out. Spirited Away and all Studio Ghibli films can be summed up in one way. Way more emotional than any Pixar movie. Super 8 Explained is pretty much another Cloverfield movie. Surf's Up is the prequel to March of the Penguins. Suspiria is the one horror movie that every horror fan should have watched because it is the OG in its style. Swiss Army Man Explained, farts matter. Take Shelter, always listen to your gut, never go on vacation. The Craft, Witches Be Crazy. The Dirties, pretty much, I would recommend Elephant, but I may be making a video on The Dirty soon. The Holy Mountain, the OG when it comes to that twist ending that literally breaks the fourth wall. The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou, cultural appropriation. The Mummy, Brendan Fraser when he still had a rap on things. There Will Be Blood, always guard your milkshake. XXX Thomas and the Magical Railroad XX, Unstoppable the animation version. Triangle Movie Explained, it's the answer to what happened to Malaysia. Tusk, the most jaw-dropping idea created because of a podcast. Wind River, Hawkeye, but like if Hawkeye wasn't taken. You're Next, a movie that a lot more people should be watching because it's good. And finally, Explain the first Mexican superhero, Zorro. And all I gotta say for this guy is that this is the one time that I'm 1000% sure that I want to reboot, and I need Oscar Isaac in the front of it. Thank you guys for checking out this video. A lot more Let Me Explain's coming out very, very soon. I do have one on The Greatest Showman. I do have one on a lot of backlog stuff, even like Pokemon. There's one on The Shape of Water that's coming out, and of course all the new movies, so definitely stay tuned for that. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe in the comment section.